ready to head out for our long journey tomorrow. And the hardest part about leaving is saying goodbye to our babies. Goodbye, Lou. We're an hour into this drive and already we are missing the cats. Right? Yep. We made it to the airport and we're waiting for our flight to Denver. Hiya. We were on that plane and now we're off the plane for, as you can see, a blizzard. Yep. Just had breakfast and we've got 2-3 hours to kill. Made it to Chicago. We made it to Frankfurt and now we're on our last flight to Kuusamo. It's like 2:30 a.m. our time and we woke up at 3 a.m. So we've been up for 24 hours at least. We got our rental car. We are officially zombies. We are gonna go to our Airbnb. After a very traumatic grocery shopping experience, just because we are zombies and it's all in a language we don't know, we have made it to the Airbnb. Cozy cabin. We'll definitely show more of it in the daytime. But for now we sleep. We're starting our day with pancakes. Honey butter pancakes for breakfast. It's about 7:30 a.m. and starting to get a little morning blue hour. You can actually see our surroundings. You can hear a little wind. So this building looked, the shape of it, it just looked like more of a sauna building. Ultimate grilling situation. There's a massive grill in the center. And then you can just watch the food cook on some caribou hides, it looks like. What do you think?
I think it looks like a pretty good idea.
We like it. This is what it looks like from the outside. Very picturesque. So Oulanka National Park was close by and it seemed like a good little hike thing to do in the morning before the grocery store opened. And hopefully we're at the right spot. I don't know. We'll find it. So, found a sign. Think we're on the right track. Yes.
A little hard to dig in there.
We saw these restricted areas on the map and now we know why they're actually restricted. Apparently there's vulnerable flora in here, at least for this one. So we took skis thinking, I don't know, we like skiing more than we like snowshoeing, but there's a lot of these little hills and it's all very packed down because it hasn't had a lot of fresh snow. As you can see, it would be on the trees. So yeah, maybe we'll have to rent some snowshoes, but for now, we'll use our skis. The struggle. We decided it's too hilly and too packed and sketchy for skis, so we're gonna head back and, I don't know, do some grocery shopping and prep for other adventurous days. I noticed these rocks from below, and I decided instead of taking treacherous stairs, I'd take this little path, and it took me right next to it. It's really cool. Back to the mom mobile. Lunch break of salami and cheese and hot cocoa. We came back to the Airbnb, but apparently there's trails on the opposite side of the lake, and we'll try to ski those, see how that goes. Right, here we go again. We'll try to do some skiing. We're on the local trails to Kela. Not only do they have their own little ski trail system, but it is groomed for cross country. Pretty cool. There's more of this weird rock, and at first I thought it was frost, but the more I look at it, I don't know if it's a type of lichen that causes this frosty look. It's a lean-to along the trail. In Montana, where we currently live, they don't really know what these are. It seems like they have no experience, but in the Adirondacks they're pretty popular. However, they're not usually that enclosed, but it's pretty cool. I love the patterns in these trees with the snow. Something happened. That was a good little trip. So we're back at the cabin, and we skied probably 8 miles. It was, so 10 kilometers is a little over 6 miles. And then you think a mile each way in the morning?
Yeah.
So 8 miles. And there's a sauna attached to this Airbnb, and I think we need to try that out. This is the loop we did earlier. So we started out there, went by the water, into the trees, and back. So this is a shower and sauna. I'm trying to think. I only have done steam sauna, but I guess Finnish is a dry sauna. So we'll try this out. Okay, so step 1 was get the sauna hot enough, and we have done that. Step 2 is shower or like bathe lightly, clean off whatever from the skin. Step 3, sauna. Step 4, roll in the snow. I don't know if you're supposed to like repeat these steps or whatever, but we'll see what we're feeling like after one session, and then shower after. Okay, so we did Finnish sauna, and I feel pretty relaxed, admit.
Kind of felt like a hot room.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel very relaxed. We did it twice. I guess you're not supposed to do it twice in a row, but whatever. Anyways, now we've done it. We'll see if we do it again, maybe in a cold day or night. Well, we were so tired after sauna, we took a nap, and now we're waking up and making dinner. Also decided to start a fire. It's nice to listen to the crackling, just watching it. All right, day 2, and we slept through the night and woke up, I don't know, a little bit late, but woke up at 7:30 and saw first signs of light, and it's now a little after 9, and we're just seeing the sun come over the horizon, so it took almost 2 hours from like a first light to seeing the sun. Arctic Circle things, Mitch says. It's now 10 o'clock and the sun is still kind of just barely above the trees there. We're off to hike Valtavaara Peak by Ruka. Snowshoes, check. So this hill reminds us of a mountain back home called Titus, which is a small little ski hill by us. It was funny, we went to go pick up the snowshoes and they were like thrown hidden in a corner compared to all the ski rentals. Like, why would you snowshoe? You're at a ski resort. Well, that's us. This is where we're parked and we're heading to Valtavaara. It looks so small in comparison. I guess it's Oulanka National Park is quite big. Oh, there's a smaller sign.
Also looks like there's a ski tree.
So that's where we're going. It's a bit snowier here than where we are in Kayla. So pretty. We were saying how low the sun is still and what it's going on noon, and it's casting a really beautiful golden light combined with the blue sky. It's very beautiful. That's where we're going. I have never seen a prettier frost.
We should go back with our skis.
Yeah. A very satisfying tree. I don't know if you would consider this a tykky tree, T-Y-K-K-Y. And I know we're going to Riisitunturi to see those, but still pretty cool. It is very beautiful up here. We were just saying how that area looks just fun to ski around. So pretty. And we're at the top. It's quite the party. There's a ski hill we kind of started from. Ruka. And we're almost back. Alright, so we did the Valtavaara Peak, and I think next time, maybe when we fly out, we'll try the ski alternative. Yeah, so we took a video of this before, but we did the red trail, and I think we'll come back and do a ski trail version, because it looks like a really fun place to ski, at least the skiing we like to do. So I found this pizzeria online that supposedly sells reindeer and chanterelle pizza, which sounded delicious. And pizza is Mitch's favorite food. So we're gonna get some pizza for lunch and maybe get some extra to take home for dinner. And yeah, so it's called Pizzeria Ruka. Full review after this meal. They all sound really good. Not gonna lie, it looks really good. Did you like your pizza?
I'm tired of the video thing.
Alright, so the pizza was good, and yesterday we saw this really cute little bridge walking area on the way home from skiing in Kayla, and we're gonna go check it out. Casti Puisto? Interesting. Pretty sure that's an Arctic grayling, but we have those at home. Kayla the gnome. So we cannot read the directions because they're in Finnish, and not really sure, just want some more vitamin C. And I saw chewable, chew the tablet before you swallow it. And it kind of exploded in my mouth because it is definitely not. Imagine that just foaming up in your mouth. Yeah. So at some point we're gonna go to Riisitunturi National Park for the tykky trees, TYKKY, the snow ghosts, or just very rime-icy trees. And anyways, I was noticing that this also has a tunturi after it. And so I looked it up, and apparently any word with tunturi after it means a mountain in Lapland. So now you know. Somewhat similarly, Jarvi, or Jarvi, I don't know, I'm not saying it right, but that means lake. Not PG-13, but apparently doing a video screen recording with the Translate app didn't take the audio, but apparently that shit lake, Paska Rava, or shit Rava. So Lampi means pond. Now we're having so much fun with this Translate app. Mitch is translating the entire kitchen and just laughing at some of the translations. What was bread? Like mixed bread slice.
Or rustic slices, mixed slice bread.
Also, we're going to Rovaniemi tomorrow, and I realize there's another Niemi. So Niemi means peninsula, so this is probably like a raised peninsula of land, and Rovaniemi has rivers around it, kind of implying or making it look like a peninsula as well. I'm going to enjoy this fireplace as much as possible because I really miss having a fireplace, and our home doesn't have one. So I read someone's sauna tip of showering, sauna, and then sleep, and it being the best sleep of their lives. And so I decided we'd try that tonight. So all showered, saunaed, ready for bed. End of day 2. Day 3 didn't really happen because I got strep throat and slept all day. So now we're here at Riisitunturi National Park. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but we're gonna do a little hike. Tykky. Apparently the trail is haunted by a miserable man that died in this forest. A spruce tree that grows more out than it does up. Well, we're back at the cozy cabin, and we checked out Riisitunturi. And what do you think, Mitch?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the Arctic.
Yeah, it was nice and snowy, frosty, and I think we'll be back for a longer loop of it. What's for dinner?
Apparently hot dogs and mac and cheese.
And our mac and cheese is special heart-shaped, courtesy of whoever was at the Airbnb last. And yeah, we're trying to figure out what's a good Finnish sausage. And what is this called?
These are neat.
Nikky? Or I?
Yeah.
Nikki. And we thought it was a real sausage, but turns out it's just mini hot dogs. We already, in the last hot dogs we had were extra large hot dogs, like twice as big as a normal hot dog. I think the last package of sausage will be a real sausage.
Yeah.
The end result looks good. So today we're driving to Rovaniemi, and the plan is to do some ice skating and shopping. But it's about a 2-hour drive or so. So far we've seen an owl. I think that's our second wildlife sighting. Before that was a mouse. It's the coldest day of our visit, and there's a really pretty frost on the trees on the start of our drive so far. So I remember reading this was more for Norway, but the color of the house indicated your status level, and we're driving here and primarily the houses are red or yellow, it seems. So we'll have to look that up when we get into service to see if that was the case here as well. I could see that translating to other countries, like the pigment color. If it was harder to find, obviously it was more expensive. So that was the whole idea behind the status. Alright, first stop is Santa Claus Village, and we have arrived. So let's check it out. So it's kind of really cute. Everything is Santa's. Apparently Santa had llamas. I remember seeing this before we came here, that this cartoon series is very popular here. They have a whole store dedicated to products with it. So we paid for one of the activities to Snowman World. Big selling point for me was the ice slide. We've entered a snow labyrinth. Mitch is being extra choosy with his tube, so he gets a proper snow slide experience. Yay! How was it?
It's faster than it looks.
There's truth to that. I wouldn't do it a second time. A nice meal of lichen. Turns out Santa Claus Village is next to an air base. Now we know what Santa Claus's Village is like. I think it would be great for if you have kids, because it's very much an amusement park. But I think we're gonna go do some outdoor ice skating. So that's more our speed and style. We'll see how busy it is. This is looking much more our speed. All laced up, ready to go. How many years has it been for you?
I don't know, like 13. Maybe I
13?
should get a helmet.
Probably. He also was interested in being pushed around on a chair. This is fun. Look at you. We both really enjoy this. I kind of wish we came here first instead of the Santa Claus village. So when we were purchasing tickets, the guy let us know it's a frozen swamp. So they mostly just level out the ice. They don't necessarily need to add a whole lot of water because it's already wet from the swamp. But that was the coolest experience so far in Finland. Nothing like it. I think we both enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got here late. We had, what, an hour and a half or something
Like
before
2
they
hours.
closed? Really? I don't know. I'm remembering an hour and a half. But it was a good time. So we came back to Santa Claus Village because I think this is our only chance at getting some souvenirs. And got some socks. I have what I'm calling Reindeer in Love. I bought Mitch Fox and Crow. I'm suspicious they're also in love or they're just friends. So if we had another day, say in Rovaniemi, I think we would go back to Winter Park. I don't know. That was way more interesting than Santa Claus Village. I know there's local trails nearby, but we just didn't have time to do those. So we're heading home. We just saw some caribou eating off the side of the road, and I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I guess we saw caribou at the Santa Claus Village, but these seemed like they were wild. They weren't kept behind a fence or anything. What are we having for dinner?
Some sort of reindeer sausage.
So poro is reindeer. Not sure what the rest of it means. Could translate it, but reindeer sausage. Dinner's served. Got some leftovers, some potatoes, and reindeer sausage. So today's our last full day in Kela, Finland, and we decided we'll spend it revisiting Riisitunturi, and we'll do a longer ski loop than the short hiking loop that we did just a couple days ago. I guess red was a very common paint because of copper mining that happened, and the pigment from the slag was a red color, so they had lots of red available in paints. We're back, but we're on skis. Here we go on the ski trail. More of the Tapion's table trees, we think. Makes me wonder how old they are. As they do have a good sized trunk, especially that one. And then it's not super tall. You can see the other spruce next to it. Much narrower trunk, but taller. That was fun.
Going down this would be good fun.
We're gonna stop here to have a little lunch and a pit stop. And it's pretty close to like a little swamp. Yeah. Got some cheese and some reindeer salami, peanut butter, a bunch of random snacks. Oh, by the way, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Now we're down in the swampy marsh, and I knew I wanted to look back and see where we were. Old dog sled tour. So they drained the pond so they could turn it into grassland to produce crop for cattle in the winter. Looks like cornflakes. This is so beautiful. Just perusing the forest. Had a little photo op. Not sure if you can see it, but when you look below the sun, there's a little bit of diamond dust. Last full day in Finland, and it ends with a really beautiful sunset. I guess it's saying farewell. So tonight we're having sauteed reindeer, which is a traditional Finnish meal from what we've read online. And we were gonna do it earlier in our visit, but it ended up being our farewell meal. So we cook 1 onion and about 2 tablespoons of butter. Just threw in some garlic. I guess it just needs to get aromatic for about 30 seconds. So then we pretty much throw everything in here now, which is the meat, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, and roughly a half teaspoon of allspice for the spices. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Oh, and water, a cup of water. And then we're gonna let it simmer for about an hour. Spices, just 3, but allspice. I don't know if it has all the spices. It smells like holiday goodness. I've never put it on meat, so this will be interesting. Alright, there was no lid, but I'll just use this other pan. And about an hour. We'll see how it comes out. Waiting for the dinner to cook. Best spot in the house. So it's been cooking for an hour, and now we crank up the heat and 10 more minutes until the water goes away and the meat starts to crisp up. Valentine's Day dinner. So it is pretty simple looking, but basically mashed potatoes with the reindeer that we cooked on top, served with pickles and lingonberry. Have lingonberry at home, and we use it more for plätta, which is a Swedish pancake. But I know you could use it with meat too, so this will be interesting to try lingonberry jam with this meal. Alright, Mitch, what are you thinking of this Finnish dish that was cooked by not a Finnish person, but we did our best?
Reminiscent of like venison cooked in a pan forever on top of a stove. We cut it thin enough so it's not tough. And the meat tastes good because it's cooked in a lot of butter.
It tastes like stew meat to me. I'd be curious to try it made maybe by a Finnish person, but between sickness and just time of everything, that just wasn't in our luck, I guess. Yeah. This is our last day in Kuusamo. We fly out at 5 o'clock, but we have some time. We're gonna revisit Valtavaara Peak, but on skis this time. All packed up, about to head out. There's a little bit of diamond dust in the air. Can barely see it in this, but it's a very beautiful morning. Goodbye, cute little cozy Airbnb. Valtavaara on skis. Ski is the blue route. We did the red route last time. So, this way. The ski trails look pretty fun around Ruka. This is a lot of fun. It's like the perfect grade for us. And we're back. And we're frosted. So now we'll have some lunch before we go back to the airport and return the mom mobile. Oh, last looks everywhere. Goodbye, Mom. We are off to the airport. Back home we go.